This is Unhelpful Advice.
It's Saturday night.
It is.
Saturday
With
night?
the boys.
Fight night.
First time with the boys since I was exposed to the sickness.
Yeah, how'd that go? How was quarantine?
Fucking sucks.
He didn't get down with the sickness.
He did not.
Oh, wow.
No.
This was kind of like a spur of the moment type podcast.
We
Yeah.
were pitching cornhole for like an hour and a half.
Mm.
Like, fuck it, let's do a pot. Got the boys here.
Me and Steve had a little battle. First game, we went to like what?
3 overtimes. 3.
Took about 30 minutes.
Damn.
He bust, I bust, he bust. So I don't know, he might have busted twice, but
It was rough.
yeah.
A lot of busting going on.
A lot of busting going on here recently with these boys.
I'm about to buzz.
A lot of busting.
I don't even. I'm about, or it's that old dude. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Mercy.
I'm about to bust.
Yeah, buzz.
Leslie.
Leslie
Yeah.
Jordan.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I don't even
The
know.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody on this table busting.
So yeah, what all did you do during quarantine? Any highlights?
Huh?
Any highlights? Any good movies you caught up on?
Beating off.
No good movies?
Yeah, I mean, I talked about that the first week
Yeah.
on the last pod about the movies I'd watched that week, and then I didn't do any movies after that.
Gee. He watched movies all right, just not though.
Checked out the new porn star last night.
Oh, God.
Who was it?
Well, we were at our buddies last night for a little get together,
Yeah.
and he says, "Dude, there's this porn star from Cave Spring," and I said, we were intrigued, me and Justin.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be.
Yeah, new porn star.
Yeah, Cave Spring, that's local.
Well, yeah, I can.
Local star.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
She'll take all those dicks. She'll take mine. But yeah, and I was like, "We got any footage?" And he said, "Let's look at her work right now." We're at a fucking little get together with sort of the family.
Ratchet Daddy's house.
Yeah, you know, a bunch of females were there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we're just watching these girls work in the living room.
How was it though?
And I told Smith, I was like, "She got any face?" That's the only way I can get my dick up.
It's better than
Yeah. For some premise on that one.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
At 6 in the morning. Well, what happened? We were talking about our favorite categories of porn, and I was talking about the night before,
Yeah.
and Teddy wakes up the next morning. He says, "I like either him or Hunter Smith." Says, "God damn, in that order?"
And I looked at it, I was like, oh.
I'd already been at work for like 2 hours at this point, and I'm
Yeah.
going on break, and I'm like, what is going on this early?
6 a.m. got to Teddy.
I was like, is he okay? Is this code?
I must have missed that. I don't even remember.
This is a lot of info about ourselves early in this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I thought we segue something else.
Segue Sally right
Well,
into
that's what I was doing. I told you.
Yeah.
What did y'all do today?
Nothing to do. There's nothing to do with quarantine.
Yeah.
Someone texted me the other day. They were like, "Shouldn't you enjoy quarantine?" I was like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
You get sick of it.
And
You're fucking
they were
better.
like, "You get to do nothing," and I was like, "Do you know who I am? I hate doing nothing."
Just fucking laying in bed being just fucking
I would fucking
loser.
die.
Waking up every day at 10:30. It's not fun.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy waking up at
What
10:30.
should you do?
Well,
laid in bed like a loser, apparently.
No.
Alright.
I was right there with you.
I just don't like laying in bed that long. Like, I like to get up and go and enjoy my day, seize my day.
Exactly.
I can't sleep in anymore.
I can't
Don't
relate.
quarantine too.
I get up.
So-
We're getting up at 3 every morning. Hey, waking up at like 7 o'clock feels like a blessing.
See, I go to bed at 3, wake up at 12.
Jesus Christ.
Second shift life.
Yeah, second shift fucking sucks.
Ugh.
What else you want to get into there, Daddy?
Well, what's on the table right there?
Oh, I let our boy Bush.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Mancaped. I let him try my new ball deodorant because he had some issues,
Yeah, apparently I got some issues whenever I work out, so
and that cornhole was vigorous.
that cornhole was very
It was
vigorous.
Got some steps in there,
God,
maybe a mile.
it might have been. Maybe you walking back.
Played 3 straight games.
Yeah, but I like that Manscaped.
Yeah,
Mancaped.
ball deodorant.
Ball
It only
deodorant.
has a shelf life of like 6 hours, so you better put it on right before you go on a date.
Right.
And you better hope that date don't last 5 hours. 'Cause you're gonna have some stinky balls whenever you capitalize on that moment.
Jesus.
We're not even drunk either.
No, we're not.
No, we're not drunk. I have this natty light and I didn't even drink it. Thanks to Bush, I have a spitter.
Yeah, I've been like drinking all day, but not. I've just been casually drinking.
I've been drinking all day, but I'm not.
I've been drinking all day, but it's not a problem.
Yeah,
There is no issue here.
I went to a quarry in Blacksburg and did some cliff jumping, so it was pretty tight. I
Lost the GoPro.
Yep, I did like a little 40-foot jump and
Little 40 footer.
You jumped from 13.5. Everything under that's little now.
Yeah,
Did you do
but
backflips?
yeah, I did backflips on like some 20s, and then
The small jumps.
yeah, and then did some gainers. But there's a lot of different ledges that you can jump off, and me and my buddies did one, and I had my GoPro to my chest. It's been a while since I used it, and I guess it's just been sitting there, and the plastic wasn't good. So as soon as I jumped, I like looked down, and I like kind of felt it whenever I like impacted, and like I like looked down and it was gone. So then I like looked, and I was like, but there's no way you can find that shit in a quarry.
It's
Like,
No.
fucking deep.
Well, Julio Jones hired a scuba diver team to go look
Yeah,
for
find
his
his
missing
fucking-
earring.
yeah.
$200,000 earring he
Yeah,
lost in the
damn.
ocean. Hired a scuba diving team.
didn't he find it?
Yeah, they found
Really?
it.
Yeah.
He hired a scuba diving team.
Well, yeah, but still.
He probably spent $200,000 getting a $200,000 earring.
Yeah.
I lost my watch yesterday. It's my, lucky watch.
Hopefully it's just misplaced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you ever seen Pulp Fiction,
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis's
Oh,
watch.
shit.
That's how much it means to me.
Oh fuck.
And I can't find it.
I lost a watch once at our buddy Shane's house, and I had lost it for like 5 months. And we're packing up for Vegas the night before,
Mm.
and it's in his fucking windowsill the whole time.
I
put
remember
it-
that.
No.
I can never put stuff down in the same place. I just
Yeah.
put it behind me because that's
Yeah.
where the couch was.
Yeah.
It was behind the windowsill for 5 months.
I'm just so OCD about stuff, and like it runs. Like I have a real hard time with like loaning stuff out
Yeah.
outside of a day because it's just like
The chances of getting it back go down.
that. And I like taking care of my stuff, and I feel it's not against people, especially when I loan stuff out. I know they take care of it. It's just
It's kind of like me with my golf clubs. You
Yeah.
don't let
Yeah,
you don't,
you don't
unless
let
you don't care for the club too much. You don't let regular people swim.
No,
Yeah.
especially regular people. Like,
Right,
Yeah.
people that they're trying,
yeah.
they ground that thing.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I usually keep up with my stuff, but this weekend I've just been back and forth to places.
Yeah.
I lost my watch. I left my wallet at a friend's house.
it's
But
been a rough time.
yeah.
I just have a hard time with that.
Mm.
So
Right.
topics, Daddy.
What about Jake Paul and the FBI?
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
I know nothing
why
about
do you
that.
Why do you think they raided?
I don't know
It
nothing
was
about
about
it.
guns, I believe. I mean,
Somebody
let me pull
said-
that up.
Somebody said that like he was like throwing parties and like underage girls
Oh,
were like showing up. I saw some shit on Twitter about that.
pedophiles.
All right. FBI raids Jake Paul's Calabasas.
Was 6ix9ine
mansion,
No.
Seizing multiple firearms from the YouTube star's house.
He lives in California,
Yeah.
so if I'm gonna say anything was about weapons, they were probably not California compliant.
Probably
Right.
not.
Let me
Probably
see
what
if I
it
can
was.
find
But I don't think you don't fucking just bring the fucking. They had like they rolled up deep
You don't just fucking bring a fucking army.
for fucking just guns. Like they had to have fucking.
Yeah,
I don't
You had to have TNT.
The
You had to
AT
have whatever blue Baruda.
It all depends. The ATF rolls hard, and when the ATF, they've been known to flounder so many raids that the FBI is just they usually involve them immediately.
Is the fight with Nate Robinson still happening?
That's a
Is
good
Jake-
guy.
Good
Yeah.
question.
I get Jake Paul.
That's a
Logan
good
Paul.
question.
I get Jake Paul and Logan Paul mixed up. Whose house
think
was it?
Jake.
Jake's?
Jake's. I
Okay.
think Jake's the one fighting Nate.
See,
Right?
Yeah.
he's the one fighting Nate
Yeah.
Robinson.
Nate Robinson's gonna dog
He is.
Guns or not?
Guns or not?
He's gonna need a gun.
Nate Robinson gonna pull a gun.
Pull Gilbert Arenas.
God.
What a fucking shooter.
Both ways.
Right?
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Wizards number 0.
Yeah.
He was a fucking dog.
Yeah,
Literally.
he pulled a gun on a plane
Oh yeah.
because he
that's right.
lost the freaking card game.
Yeah.
On his teammate.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was like, pay me the 1,000. He's like,
I'm just playing.
I don't know.
Didn't he come out saying no, it was just fun and games?
I think Gilbert tried to say
Yeah,
that.
it was over fun and games.
Firearms, not fun and games.
Well, it says the FBI is investigating allegations of criminal acts surrounding the incident at Scottsdale's Fashion Square in May 2020.
Oh, that's when he looted a bunch of shit.
Did he?
Yeah,
did he
yeah.
loot during the?
Yeah,
Riots.
during the riots.
Here's pictures of the guns. I'll pop it up on the
Those are
screen.
some,
What is it? Shy? Oh, looks like a assault.
one of
Can't
them
really
shot
tell.
that looks like.
Let me screenshot that.
If you're that rich, you better have AKs.
Well, I think there's
AKs are cheap. If I'm that rich, I'm getting 50 cals. I'm getting heavy stuff. I'm getting my Class 3 license and I'm buying
Uzis?
fully automatic weapons.
Little Uzis.
Little Uzi.
Uzis and suppressies.
Well,
And those things are going to sound like nothing.
Fuck Jake Paul and fuck Logan Paul.
Yeah, they're trash.
yeah.
I don't mind Logan as much.
I've never been a fan of him.
Oh, here we go.
Social distancing, while inconvenient, can help slow
I
the
think that's
spread of
an
coronavirus, protecting vulnerable populations.
Talking about the Rona.
You gotta get an ad blocker.
Yeah, I know. And this thing won't fucking. No, fuck it. Like, maybe this is it. No.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck Jake Paul.
Yeah, fuck it. So if the fight happens,
No, I want the fight to happen.
maybe he'll get his ass kicked.
He
I
probably.
think you will.
Yeah.
Nate, like we said, Nate Robinson gotta have hands.
He's dog.
I mean,
He gotta have hands.
he's got to. I mean, he's Nate Robinson.
We know we got them legs. We know we got
Yeah.
them feet.
He's been that short forever. You gotta know how to fight.
Exactly.
It's not about this explosion.
I haven't seen something like that since Nagasaki,
That was.
and I wasn't even around for it.
I was like, what?
I haven't seen something like that.
Those videos, the different angles, like people in the street, and then just some fucking
That
cloud
one
of dust.
video where there's cars,
Yeah.
and then there's no
Nothing.
cars.
Yeah.
They're like stopping to watch the fire,
and
and then
just
you're on fire.
bang.
I mean, damn.
Is there a conspiracy behind it already?
Probably. I mean, a lot of people who know stuff about the Israelis. I'm telling you, it looks like if there was ammonium nitrate there, which is what's in fertilizer. So that causes that mushroom is when the barometric pressure, when the explosion is so powerful, it actually changes the barometric pressure in the atmosphere.
Mm.
So like nuclear warheads do that. The Moab that we have does it.
Who did we drop that on?
ISIS.
Oh, okay, that's like,
Oh.
what country was it? Afghanistan?
Syria. I think it was in Syria.
Probably Syria.
But what it does is if there was something there, the Israelis are really good at taking out their counter-proliferation acts are super good. They have a group called Mossad.
That's the group that they claim, or not they, very small group of internet people claim Epstein was a part of.
I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't make
Yeah.
any sense. I mean, Israelis do a lot of stuff, but they don't do stuff like that.
What?
Like, they would actively probably kill pedophiles. Not
No,
But they would-
think that,
dirt gathering.
yeah,
is what they're
they
really
think
good
that's
at.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they're really good at, like, I mean, they killed a guy in Argentina back in the 80s. They've bombed Syrian nuclear sites. Stocknet, they infiltrated a computer virus into a Syrian or Iraqi, maybe even Iranian, I can't remember. It was a country that was building nuclear weapons. And what they have to do is they have to use a centrifuge to separate them apart. And they put this virus in that just changed the time of the centrifuge just a couple seconds. And every time they tried to use it, it kept failing the separation. So the Israelis are really good at stuff like that. Like, really good.
There's a firework warehouse. Like, there's gotta be more shit.
Well, we already know that
Yeah.
illegal weapons come out of that port. We already know
okay.
illegal explosives come out of that port.
Oh. Well, fuck.
And we also know that the Beirut port officials are some of the most corrupt people in
No, that country's very corrupt.
And they're
That's
all-
why they have so many immigrants.
Well, they're already all the officials already on lockdown, so like they already snatched.
Well, they're
them
having
away.
protests already.
So, well, because the Lebanese government is super corrupt too. I mean, we've already been our Marine units that were stationed there were killed back in the 80s.
We're gonna start looting the firework warehouse, getting the leftovers.
Oh my god.
And so it wouldn't surprise me if someone was like, yeah, there was actually a bunch of explosives there.
Get some bottle rockets.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Gotta take home leftovers.
It's basically Brickyard 2.0.
That's fucking hellacious.
That's what I told Bush. I saw the fireworks going on. I was like, that's a brickyard on July 4th.
Brickyard got lit up.
But yeah, it was probably the Israelis.
4 ways of one.
If I had to put money on it, I would say the Israelis did it.
Well, I'm not gonna put my tin hat for that one because I don't know anything about Israeli
They're good.
and what they are not allies with Lebanon.
No, none of those countries.
Yeah.
They have a specialized assassination unit.
That's pretty tight.
The Israelis. They actively go out and kill enemy leaders.
Wow.
The 6-day war back in the late 80s,
How long
I
did that
believe. 6 days. They were pushed back 3 days, and they pushed back the armies of Egypt, Jordan, and Iraq in the other 3
Are those
days.
armies fucking stupid?
Back in the day, they were powerful. They were
Why didn't they? Were they not deep? How did they let the
They-
Israelis back them up?
because
They didn't have a good roster.
we backed the Israelis, so they were armed with our
Because we're
equipment.
America.
Fuck yeah.
And they took back the Golan Heights. They pushed deep into Egypt. They were almost about to hit.
They were at the
capital.
pyramids.
They were in striking distance of the capital. They shot down, I think, the Jordanian Air Force, all of them. They in deep. The Israelis are in deep.
Well, I hope they didn't blow up the whole city.
No,
Did you see where they felt it in Cyprus, which is like 150 miles away
Well,
Really?
from water?
They picked the seismograph in Iran picked it up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that pretty far?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should know your Middle Eastern regions, dog.
Yeah.
The geography. You should know that Arabic.
I used to know geography, but it's been a while.
Me and my roommate, my old roommate, we had a conversation about it. We were talking about it, and we definitely think, yeah, it was the Israelis.
Side note, did you ever keep track with Steve's cousin?
Oh yeah.
yeah, he
Oh,
was.
that was okay.
It's over.
We're gonna have to do that future episode.
Yeah.
Future.
I did. We were gonna talk about our friend Gilbert and his house.
No, his house apparently is haunted.
The ghost.
Yeah.
What's going on in that house?
He'd be alright with me talking about it. Well, anyways, I hope at least. So he moved into his old grandparents' house.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend moved in with him with her kids, and I guess the first 3 weeks, first month, everything was going good. Well, I was at work, and he just comes in at my desk, and he's like, "Dude, I gotta tell you some crazy shit." I was like, "All right, go."
Sit down.
And he was like, "Dude, I think my house is haunted." I was like, "Why? Why you say that?" And he's like, "My girl's son is like seeing things." I'm like, "What kind of things?" He's like, "Well, one night he sees 2 people looking through his window, and the other night he's walking by a room, and he sees a guy sitting in the middle of the floor with his head spinning around like the Exorcist, with his mouth wide open, like
Mouth wide
It's time to pack up the bags
Yeah,
and get
get
the
out.
fuck out.
Get out.
And then he saw an old lady with like a pink and yellow dress or something like that floating around like this.
Oh my
in the
god.
air.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not stepping. Sorry, Gilbert. I'm never coming over.
Yeah. He wanted me to come over.
This is what he does. He's like, I think you should come film because Teddy's made 2 films that are fucking guided St. Albans
I
tour.
was there for one of them.
He was.
Yeah, plug that video.
Yeah.
But he thinks like
He thinks I'm
Justin's
like a
the
ghost.
paranormal expert.
He's like I'm like Zach Bagans or a Ghostbusters.
Zach Bagans.
Zach Baggins.
Bring the ghost bus pack.
And the other thing, he saw his daughter. Well, he heard his daughter screaming, so he goes into her room, sees her in the corner of the room with her face on the wall with her arms like this,
Nope.
screaming, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, daddy."
Nope.
Dude.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
That's about to be like this close to like a murder, and I'm going to hear it on a podcast talking about And there was this murder in
Yeah.
small town Virginia.
I love
Fuck.
I love like scary, creepy shit. But when
Till
it
it's
comes to
fucking
like
real life.
yeah, but when it comes to like little kids doing weird shit,
Yeah,
like
no, that's
that,
right.
Because first off, they're already weird anyway. Kids are already weird.
It's little kids and old people.
Yeah.
Doing creepy, weird
Yeah.
shit.
Nope.
Like just
That's
crawling on
what-
all fours. and
Oh,
running.
old people
We're
are
in the
weird
clear. We're in the clear now.
Yeah.
We're in a good age.
Oh, yeah. Old
My head ain't
people.
gonna start spinning.
Your head starts spinning. I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
fucking out.
But he did say that he bought.
Fucking
He
holy
bought a
water.
dream
Dream
catcher.
catchers,
Yeah, yeah.
and I think it's helped. So
Shout out
He should
Dream
probably
Catcher.
just like stage the house.
Has it helped, or does kids stop watching scary movies?
that might be
For a
it.
week.
That might be it too.
He should probably just sage the house just to be safe.
Yeah.
Splash holy water in every fucking inch.
Open the windows and just sage that thing.
I just thought it was so funny. He's like, dude, you can like come over and like
Set
bring
up
your
for the
gear."
night?
Yeah. And we'll just like stay up at night, film some shit.
It actually would be pretty tight.
Yeah.
Till I'm there and it actually happens.
It would be cool. It'd be cool to film.
It'd be
it and
cool
put it
for
on the
me to
channel.
do it because I don't believe in ghost encounters like that.
that would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
definitely do.
Yeah.
Ghosts are real.
Yeah.
No,
I can't prove anything.
I can't prove it, but ghosts are real.
There's just stuff out there. Aliens, ghosts. I can't prove it, so I don't know. But
Have you guys experienced anything?
Bush, you first.
I mean, that one time we went to St. Albans.
Yeah.
You remember that one room? They were like,
It was upstairs.
it was down, and it like everybody like looked at me because it was like pointed at me or whatever.
It was the bowling alley.
No, it wasn't the bowling alley. We didn't really see anything in the bowling alley. There was like this one room,
Yeah.
and she was like asking questions,
The
and
dowsing rods.
I
Did
don't
you
know.
have, you had dowsing rods
Yeah.
at one point.
What are those?
Like big,
It's like
it's if they cross. There's
Yeah.
something
if they
right.
cross like
There's something in the air.
something they are trying to communicate.
Well, they can go like this,
Yeah.
or they can go like this.
Yeah.
But you hold them straight like
Yeah.
that.
you
They're-
keep them steady. You make sure you're not like.
Yeah, they're not weighted or
Fake.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they gave us a bunch of equipment to use, and there was this. We were all in this one room, and somebody like was asking questions, and like I was the only guy in like with a bunch of girls in this one area,
Mm.
and she was like, "Do you want to talk to the girls here?" And like nothing picked up, and then she was like, "What about the young man that's standing here?" And like something picked up.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh." And then
They elected me to talk to him.
so then like something else happened, and I forget who it was, but somebody was like, "Do you want to go home with them?" I like literally was like.
I remember that.
I was like, what? No. And then like something like sparked up on like the meter or something, and then like we asked like a couple more questions, but I forget what happened.
Mhm.
And then another time, we went to a graveyard in Giles,
Yeah.
and there's this
Josie.
Josie,
Yes.
and we were just messing around, and we kept on hearing this bullfrog ribbit.
Yeah.
So then I was like, Josie, if you're here, make the bullfrog croak like 5 times. Sure enough, ribbit, 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 and then
Using the frog.
and then just silence 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, like, what are the chances that a bullfrog just randomly croaks 5 times when I ask a question? I mean, yeah, like, yeah, it could happen, but like, still, like, it was a little sketch.
Yeah.
So then we dipped after that. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm done with the questions.
What is that? Where's that one place? Did you go with us that one time? Is in Parisburg.
The Paris Theater.
No.
I've been to like a bunch of abandoned houses. And
Yeah.
like,
It's the open like cow field.
And the
yeah,
house in
Jason,
it,
Yeah.
at in fucking.
it's got all the stuff in it. Like it looks like someone just packed
No,
it.
we were like at a field, and like
Yeah.
I was out on the
There's a
fence,
gate. Yeah.
and then they started yelling for me to come back. 'Cause apparently, like there was like they were all inside the truck,
Yeah.
and the windows like fogged up, and apparently there was like a handprint that showed.
Oh,
There really was. It was fucked up.
Yeah, and like they started yelling. I thought they were just fucking with me. Then we literally drove like 60 miles an hour. On this,
Did you jump on the bed of the truck?
No, like
Was that
hop.
you?
Oh yeah, I did hop in the
Yeah.
bed.
I've been to a couple where it was like just creepy. Where it was like there was everything. Just like there was one where it looked like the house was like literally left the day someone left. It was in the middle of a cow field.
Mhm.
Like they didn't pack anything up. Like kitchen still fully furnished, living room, all of it. I was like,
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah.
And there was one time where like me and Jensen and someone else, we all went to this one up Wolf Creek,
Mm.
I've been to a couple of Wolf Creek.
and there was like nothing in the house, but you go upstairs and there's just like a single. It was weird because it had an open beam in the middle of the attic, and there was just a chair underneath the beam.
I
Mm.
think I was there
Were you with
because
us?
I was going to say, was there like an open chair just in a regular?
There was like 4 of us. Was
It-
it David Eads?
maybe.
Here we
think
go with
it
the
was.
name dropping.
That's
I don't
alright
fucking know, but
because
there was
we
4
were
of
just
us.
like because we just went Is that what was the night we went at Big Stony?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you guys just house searching?
Yeah,
think
this
we're just
more
hanging
abandoned
out,
house.
yeah.
I've been in like a fuck ton of abandoned
Same.
houses. It's
Yeah.
not good.
Me and
It's illegal, but
me and Dad like to do that too. Like, there's a lot in Eagleton. There's some real nice ones.
Yeah.
there was one where I went in with like 80% battery. When I came out, I was on like 6% battery.
Yeah.
So
Like-
those ghosts were sucking off that battery.
I mean,
It's like when I first time I went to St. Albans, Bush wasn't with me, but where I was filming it, and I had lights on because whenever you're filming with the camera, it'll go out of focus if there's not enough light. Well, I
Yeah.
had plenty of light for just to focus on a certain object. Well, it wouldn't focus at all, and that's possibly a sign that there's something screwing with the camera.
yeah.
But the first time I went, it was like a week after, I started hearing some crazy shit at the house. I would be in bed, and it would be like people walking, like in the house.
You'd hear like footsteps and shit.
Yeah, like somebody's just walking around. But this is like at 11 p.m. We're all in bed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I text my mom like, "Are you like up, like walking around?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "There's somebody like walking around." So I like grew some, and I just walked out, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? And then the other time, me and Cody were in my room just watching stupid shit on YouTube,
Yeah.
as we do. But we're like sitting side by side like this, and I could see his his arms. He's like standing like or sitting like that,
Yeah.
and I just feel somebody just do that. And
Fuck.
I'm like, what the hell was that? And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, did you not touch my head just now? He's like, no. And then the other time, I'm in bed, and I was still awake. I wasn't dreaming or anything. And it felt like somebody grabbed my foot and like tried to tug it.
Fuck
And,
that.
Yeah.
I've never had anything like that, like personal, like
Right.
really, but
Yeah.
I consider myself a real logical person.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with like organized religion as far as like just getting into it,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'm not discounting it. It's just I have a hard time
Yeah.
with the whole thing. Question a lot. However, so the first couple of things I remember is I was real young. My parents were still married, and I remember actively going into the house at night and during the day and having like we turn the lights on. And you know how some like when you cast a light, the shadows sometimes skew differently.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I've never had this ever like happen to me in any other house except my dad's. And just watch, and it looked like like a lingering, and then it moves after the light's on.
Mm.
I've seen several of those. I used to tell Dad like I think someone's in the house. Like I keep seeing this movement. Then
That's
my-
why your dad bought a bunch of pit bulls.
Yeah. So my dad's dad died in 2006. Never had anything weird happen. This is the only time this has ever happened to me, and it was weird, and I still don't know how to explain it. So he died in 06, 07. So I'm starting working with my dad at his place of work in 2015 after high school. And so I get up one morning, I got up before Dad, and I was thirsty, and again, you're getting up at 3 in the morning to get ready for work. And so I get up, and I go into the kitchen. So I was staying in my room, which is the end of the hallway. And Dad's hallway's pretty long, and then it's living room, kitchen. Well, from the kitchen and the living room, you can't look down the hallway. You have to actually kind of peek around the corner.
Yeah.
And then Dad's room is on the right before the living room. So I'm down in the kitchen, I get something to drink, and I'm like, I'm gonna go back to my room, get undressed and get in the shower. And as soon as I come around the corner, there's someone at the end of the hallway, literally right before the bathroom, and they turn around, and I shit you not, it looked exactly like my grandfather. Looked exactly like him. Walked right into
Looked like Gibby Senior.
walked right into the bathroom, and so I'm like, what? So I'm like, put my drink down, and I run down the hallway. Because at first I was like, someone's in the fucking house.
Yeah.
And we live out in the Dad's house is not around anyone. Like the only
Yeah.
people around is family, and then it's just people. It's it's right near the Cascades. And so I go in there, nothing. And so I'm like, that was weird. So I go about my day, and I get home, and I'm telling my stepmother, and I'm like, yeah, this is some weird stuff that I seen, this and that. And she goes, that's really weird because your dad saw the exact same thing Me and Dad had never had that conversation.
That's
shit.
fucking weird.
He got up at the same time. Everyone, the 3 in the morning.
Shit.
3 in the morning is the witching hour.
It is, yeah.
And so
That's when Grandpa goes to the kitchen.
he, the exact same thing. Got up to get ready for work. Was thirsty. Walked out. Comes around the corner. Goes around through the living room into the kitchen. Comes back around to go into his room. Sees the exact same thing. We had never had that conversation.
That is fucking weird.
That's the only thing I was like, that's weird.
Yeah. Fuck, this got spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky sound.
I will say, Cody's grandmother passed away years ago, and they were trying to sell her house for the longest time. It was the house up on Guinea Mountain, and me and Cody, we're into like the paranormal and shit like that. So we just go out driving, just being stupid.
Yeah.
We drive up to the house because there was always talk of it being haunted, and nobody was in the house for like maybe a week or two, and it was all locked up. And this is probably like 10 o'clock at night. We drive up, and the upstairs bedroom light was just on. And we're like, is somebody in there? And we end up driving down the road, because down the road my family owns some land, so we're just going to go there. Well, we come back, the light was off.
Yo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, it's hard for me to get into a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, there's just like some stuff that's happened, or I've been told. Like my stepmom, former stepmom, is
Winding around.
not wrong, but shout out Dad. That's all right. We make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
Busting his balls. That's the theme this week. Busting balls.
Bussin'.
I'm about to buzz.
But she used to tell us stories about her great grandfather's cabin, built like in the late 1800s in Kentucky, like Kentucky, West Virginia.
Cool shit.
It's right up there, Kentucky, West Virginia border. And at the time, it had a cement floor in the basement, which was weird. Almost all the time, they were like dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And her grandfather, and her father, on their deathbeds, have said that they've been approached by this black figure that said, "Don't dig up the basement. Don't worry, everything will be okay."
Mm.
And no one they've never rented out or let anyone who's not the family use it.
They ever digged up the basement?
Nope, she wants to,
I would.
but
Yeah.
but I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
I'm like, that's strange, because it is strange because it looks like a cabin built from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they've kind of like put some stuff in there to like
Yeah.
make it a little modern.
Mm.
But then it's got this concrete flooring,
Huh.
and it's like,
You know what we should do tonight? Get milkshakes, and then go to a graveyard.
I need a jacket.
I've never seen ghosts. Let's see if Josie comes out for me.
We can go visit.
We can, yeah.
Fuck it.
I don't know.
We just create plans.
Yeah.
Semi, I guess.
Concrete plans.
It's weird. I don't know, because I also have like weird things about the woods, like the forest.
Yeah.
I definitely think there's not
Creatures?
no, not creatures, but like
Creatures in the forest.
not that, but like you can definitely like tell like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Growing up, I spent a lot of time back behind the house. Dad's
Yeah.
house has tons of land. It's like a
Yeah.
mountain and a half.
Airsoft wars.
But by myself, and you just know when times feel like when it's good, it's like safe. But when every time I've had a bad feeling,
Mm-hmm.
I've always seen like something like dangerous, like snakes or like bears and cubs.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's real weird. It's like a I don't know if it's like some sort of
That's God telling you, dude.
Primal.
Go to the woods.
But like no, some days you'll just know. Like you know when it's a day to like that you can go and walk.
Yeah.
Like when as soon as you enter it, it's
Yeah.
like you know it's all right. You're not gonna have any
I
issues.
wonder if deer hunters wish they'd know they'd kill a deer when they walk in
They
the woods.
definitely would.
That'd be nice.
Speaking of behind the house creepy shit, you were telling us about the well.
Yeah.
The well.
There's a well. On the
Wells
backyard.
are good and Wells are good in scary movies. Like, what was the movie?
The Ring.
Grudge.
Or,
The
is it
ring.
Ring or- yeah.
Is it
The ring. The Grudge was the
See,
shower scene.
I
She's coming
fucking
right
yeah.
then.
There's this fucking well like fucking down the dirt road. Down the dirt road, and there used to be like a pond there, and like I'd catch like tadpoles and shit and just fuck around with them.
Fuck around with the tadpoles.
No, you'd like
Did you abuse tadpoles as a child?
You don't want frogs, though.
He's like, get out of here. That's how you communicate with the spirits.
Doesn't tadpoles turn into frogs?
yeah.
I just had to confirm that because I thought you dumbass they turned into something else.
Turn into snakes. Tadpoles turn into snakes.
They
They
live in the
turned into
water.
huskies.
They're the fucking frogs. You talking about
Yeah.
the frog?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bush is just that's frog birth control. Bush. Just pulling them, separating them from their
There's a fucking well.
legs.
He may
Right.
have been like close to a serial killer.
There's a well right next to like this pond, and it's just like this sheet of metal with a rock over it, and like a bunch of overgrown grass.
Oh, I don't like that.
So I fucking took the rock off and pulled up the metal, and it's just this fucking hole with like a bunch of water in it. Like the drop down's about 10 feet, and then it's like just a well full of water. And then like it's always been weird to me. Like I don't know like what it's used for or what. And then
And for your
later,
drinking water.
no, so we get spring water.
They got that natural hookup.
But later that fucking I was like 10. Went back home and watched The Ring with my neighbor and had fucking nightmares for like a month. But no.
7 days.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
But why is it saying that? Does it give it a countdown?
Yeah.
So like they watched the VHS, and after the video, there's a phone call, and it's just some creepy voice saying 7 days, and it hangs up.
Yeah, and then a bunch of creepy shit happened.
Don't you have to pass it on?
Nosebleeds.
Yeah.
I think you do have to.
Yeah,
pass it
yeah.
on.
In the newest movie, like you have to call somebody and they have to answer the phone, like a text message or something.
Yeah.
In the newest one.
But every time I think of the Ring, I think of the scary movie version.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Brenda jumps up, starts beating.
But yeah, we'll make it. We'll take a trip down to the well and do some investigating.
Goodness.
We can't send the GoPro down anymore. That's what we were gonna do, but
Damn.
RIP to the GoPro.
I also like to say for the longest time as a child, like all the way up into my teens, I had a reoccurring nightmare every time I stayed at Dad's.
Oh, okay.
It was weird. It was so
What was in
weird.
the dream? Was it so it was reoccurring? So it was the same dream?
Yeah, same dream every time. Every time. So like Dad's house has a back porch. This is also weird because every time I would wake up, it would be around 3 in the morning. No, this is like no shit. Because I told Dad about the dream, and it's like I'm at his house. It's summer day, same sunny summer day, but I'm always young in it, and I'm out back where I used to play, and no one else is around. Like no one. And like the like everything starts off fine. Like the woods have like their normal sounds, and then everything gets quiet, like the sound of like when a predator's moving through.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden it's like you can just feel like this overwhelming like pressure.
Yeah.
And so like I always remember like running into the house and like no one's around, so I'm hollering for Dad, Mom, Alex, anyone.
Nobody's fucking there.
No one's there. And so like at first I like just always try to hide, and I can always remember like hearing it step up on the porch and then walking through the back door, and then like wherever I was, it would get like I could hear it walking, and then it would get quiet, and then it would just grab me, and like that would always be the end of the dream. And it happened for years. Like Mom and Dad, when I told Dad about it, he's like, yeah, I remember when you were younger, you would wake up upset. And
Fucking
like,
piss in the bed.
no, it would like drive me to tears apparently.
Oh shit.
While you guys were doing all that in the woods, I remember something and you guys were not even close to being in the picture of being my friend in 5th grade.
Yeah.
But in 5th grade, I had a group of guys. They used to come over the house a lot and play. We were like, let's go up in the woods and build like a house, like a fort.
Yeah.
And then we got to like, you know, creating something. He was like, let's build a strip club under it. So,
It's great.
me and my 5th grade buddies, Southern Exposure, we'd started hearing ads and shit on the radio. So we'd always wanted
Right
to go
under
to
the
the strip
Jesus
club.
sign.
Yeah.
We'd always wanted to go to the strip club.
Iconic.
Oh my
billboards.
god. That's fucking amazing.
We wanted to build a strip club
No, no,
behind
no.
my house. And our parents wouldn't know because it was a fort. They found it a strip club.
Only us will know.
Everyone else was
There's
having horrible, terrible nightmare dreams, and weird thoughts.
We're drawing blueprints
And-
in class of our strip club.
Steve's over here with a hard hat on, like, I think we can do this.
I'm like fucking.
There
stripping down a piece of
are
wood.
remains in the woods of that strip club. We dug a hole. We made a door. Let's bring
Oh
it
my
back.
God.
It's up there.
Let's start.
Next
club in
daytime we'll go
Newport.
over and look at it.
Strip club in Newport.
Yeah.
Let's open her up.
What do we call it?
Just the
The
port.
Beaver Dam.
Beaver Dam.
That's a great
The
one.
Beaver Dam.
The Beaver
The
Dam.
Beaver Dam.
Oh my god.
That's what my house nickname is, the Beaver Dam.
Yeah.
It's the new strip club.
I can literally take you guys to show one day. There's a
2021.
door-
Come check
There's
us
a
out.
door, and there's a step, and there's a bunch of long sticks we put, but we never did anything after that.
It's
You
something
can
really
only,
open.
you can only do so much at a 5th grade sleepover.
2021.
hole took a while.
I say.
We were trying to dig. We didn't care where. Like,
Where, yeah.
we might have to go 3 stories down so our parents don't find it.
2021. Come check us out. We'll be open. You can actually congregate then.
And the Beaver Dam's gonna have one hell of a basement.
We'll have a mascot, a beaver mascot.
Yes.
He'll greet you at the door.
Cole, you can do that.
He's also our bouncer.
I'm calling a big old beaver.
So if you mess up,
Oh, suit's getting hot.
if you mess up, the beaver will actually throw you out.
Right.
But yeah,
That's pretty hellacious.
that's my story in the woods. I'm not looking for ghosts. I'm building
Strippers.
pleasers palace.
I didn't go looking for ghosts either, but I just had weird things that happened to me as a child,
Yeah.
up until my late adulthood, early adulthood.
See, I think ghosts are real. So
Yeah.
I'm skeptical.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
fine.
still skeptical. I'm like, maybe I was just a fucking weirdo, but
I just.
it's just weird.
Perhaps.
It's just weird.
I just invite that shit in.
No.
Just because I'm.
Here's the thing. I don't
You
go
go
looking
call
for it.
Josie a baby. Say you're a sissy.
You're a fool.
I won't touch
I was
the Ouija
thinking of
board
mean
trick.
words to say about women, but I don't have those in my vocabulary.
shit.
That's not gay.
It's stupid. But you guys want to wrap this up? We got fights about to come on the TV.
Yeah. This was just like a quick, you know.
This was a quick. We're gonna talk about some of the stupid stuff on our own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a
Let's ramble
microphone.
fast.
Ramblefest 2020.
This was a lot. This was like a little fun, you guys. Spooky.
Yeah, a little
Huh?
spook.
Spooky soap. Like you see
It's a
soap.
spooky. It's a spooky sound.
Really enjoyed that.
You can tell by his hair.
Yeah, he looks like Tobey Maguire.
Now look at your hair right now
Yeah.
in the camera.
Looking
Look in the camera.
Well, I can't see from there.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's sticking up like right
You're
here.
right
Oh.
there. You look like Tobey Maguire in this third Spider-Man.
Mm.
Which, before we end this, I would just like to point out, last night, a hero will save us.
Oh yeah.
They're watching us watching.
Song told me.
We gotta make a rock band night like that, but pick our own songs.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Fucking rock band.
How could that be?
Let's
Well,
call it there.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for
We're
watching.
gonna call it a day.
Yeah. And
We're out.
Good night.
We started
That's the only way I can get my dick up. It's better than cream pies at face sitting.